Hi, welcome to One for Key and the Bride. So I'd like to share this dream that I had last night. This dream has a lot of symbolism in it. It has to do with the rapture. So the first part of the dream, what I saw was there was some sort of decluttering or releasing of the old that was taking place, and the symbols that were being used were like objects. So I saw people having like all these things. It's kind of like when you go to a garage sale, like everything's laid out on the ground and things like that. So I saw that a lot of objects were laid out, and some of these objects had like creepy crawlers, like things crawling on them. Those things that were not of any use, things that did not serve a purpose, they were being removed, and the good things that these people were taking with them, so like whether it be like thoughts or anything that has to do with like sentimental feelings, that sort of thing. So good things that have to do with the individual, they started to place those in a room. There was one empty room, and when I looked into this empty room, there were just like maybe one or two objects in there. I didn't see anything like specific, but I saw the color red, and the area where all these other objects were being laid out on the floor, I could see everyone was just sorting stuff out. They were getting rid of the things that do not serve them, and the things that they felt were important were being placed in the room. And I saw that whatever was important to them, there was very limited amount of stuff that was going into that room. So what I saw was that most of the things that remained behind were things that were no longer important or wasn't important at all. The next part of that dream, I had a few people approach me, and it was like telepathic communication, and they were asking me a question, and I don't remember the question, but I remember what I said, and all I said was Yeshua HaMashiach, and I said that to them, and then they agreed. Some of the people like accepted it, like they absorbed the information, and then they walked away. So that was the second part of the dream. Then the scene changed. All of a sudden I was in a line, a huge line, and this was a graduation ceremony. So I saw a lot of people that I knew, a lot of people that I didn't know. This line was like going on forever. It was a huge line. I couldn't see the front of the line, and everybody was ready to graduate. And the thing was, we were not in graduation like that gown and cap. We weren't in that kind of, you know, uniform. We were just wearing our regular clothes. And what I saw was all the people, we were all in this line ready to graduate, and there was a huge audience. And a lot of these people in the audience, what I got from the dream was that they were completely, they were there to see the ceremony, but they didn't know exactly what was taking place. So during this wait, so when I was waiting in the line, I was the last person actually in the line. So that's kind of unique. So uh, I was the last person in the line, but the line kept on going, and it kind of moved like a train. So like we were like moving in and out between the crowds. There was a lot of people seated. There was a lot of people there, and it was a big, like a big building. So this big building where there's all these events that take place. So we were walking through all these people, and we were trying to make our way to the auditorium. So what happened was, because I was the last person, I was trying to keep up with this long line, and I got distracted, and what I saw was there were things that were blocking my path, and I got distracted by objects, things that just appeared out of nowhere, that were making it difficult for me to follow the line. And eventually the line was way ahead of me, and I was left behind. So what I saw was this huge line with all these people who were ready to graduate. which are the people who are ready to be raptured, they were gone. That line was gone, and I was left behind. So then I'm running, right? So now I'm running to catch up with this group to graduate. So I start running through all these people, and then I find these 3 doors. And these 3 doors lead to the graduation hall. The first door that I entered in, I thought that was the room with all the people who are graduating. So I went in there and I sat down and I was like, this is not it. This is not the room. And it was not many people there, maybe like 10 people. But the line that I was in, that was like hundreds and hundreds of people. Like I couldn't even see the front of the line. So when I entered in this first room, I sat down and then I knew that I was in the wrong room. And I looked around and I looked and I noticed that there were a lot of like youth, right? So then when I walked out, there was a sign on the door that says youth. So these rooms were not divided by like credential, like, you know, in real life, you know, a graduation ceremony, somebody might get a certificate, diploma, degree, whatever the case may be, right? But in this dream, they were being sorted by what I saw was in that room was youth, and there was not many people in there. And then I thought, like, how come like this room is not full? Like, if this is a graduation room, how come there's like, it's like the preparation for the graduation? That's what I got afterwards, because I didn't see the actual hall. So then when I came out, I saw the word youth on the door, and there was something else written, but I couldn't see it. So I came out, and then there was a second room, but the door was slightly open, and I didn't even go in there. I knew that was not the room. So that in the dream, I was led to the third room. So when I went to the third door, by the time I reached the third door, there was a huge crowd in front of that door. And I knew that this crowd was the audience. So these are the people who are not part of the graduation ceremony, meaning the rapture. And then I thought, oh no, is the ceremony, you know, over? Is it still going on? Is it in the middle? So by the time I reached, I had a feeling that it may have ended, or it may be like near the end of the ceremony. And the people were trying to get in. So the audience were trying to get in this auditorium. So this is the main auditorium. So there was this other side door where I was like, okay, I'm going to go through the side door and see if I can get in, because I'm part of, you know, the people who are supposed to graduate, right? So when I went in, the auditorium should have been packed. The stage was there, the auditorium should have been packed, but there were only like maybe 20 people sitting down in the audience. Not many people filled the seats, and I didn't see anybody who was supposed to graduate, meaning that the rapture had already taken place. And there are people now lined up outside of the auditorium wanting to get in, but it was too late, like the ceremony was over. So this is the first time that I got a dream where I was supposed to be in the rapture, but then I missed it. And it showed that I was last in line. And I think this is an important message, because it's like you're so close, right? You're so close to the rapture. And then there are some people who are going to be a little bit distracted. Some people who, and I feel like it may be the ones who feel like because they know the gospel, it's like maybe they may have doubts, maybe they get distracted by something else. But there's so many things that can come out of the symbolism in this dream, because I saw that I was in the line, but then I didn't make it on time. And the line was gone. Like by the time I reached the auditorium, those people were gone. They graduated. They were raptured. And then the sad part about it was that there were people still entering that auditorium and sitting down, like hoping that it would start again, or hoping that there would be another ceremony. And the crowd outside of that auditorium, like the crowd of that third door. And imagine, oh, again, number 3. This is the third time, or is it the fourth time that I'm seeing 3? So I had In my previous videos, 2 other videos I mentioned, I saw 3 o'clock, and now this is the third time. It's like door number 3. So all those people, they were sitting outside, they were standing outside, they were blocking the entrance, trying to get into this auditorium. And when I went through the second door, not second door, but it was like a second entrance to the third room, which leads to that auditorium, that place was empty. It's like as if the ceremony is over and there are people still coming in there and sitting down. And I feel like it has to do with people who are left behind in hopes that there might be another, rapture event in that moment. Because whatever they witness is like, okay, now maybe we have a chance. Maybe we have a chance to go now, but nothing happens. They're left in that empty room. That line kept growing. It's like now there's all of a sudden this realization, because now they see it, right? Their faith has grown because they've witnessed it with their own eyes, right? They've seen the rapture, and these people are still lining up and waiting to get in. So that was the dream I had. I don't want to analyze it too much because there's so much symbolism in there. I know a lot of you, maybe the Holy Spirit will share something with you about this dream. If there's something else that comes up, please, feel free to share it down below. But that's what I saw. There was a lot of people. There was the people who are going to view the event, right? So the audience, and then there's the people who are part of the event, meaning the people, the bride that are being raptured. So that was the dream I had last night. I will be sharing another one as well. I got a few other messages, dreams, and visions, so I'll be sharing that soon. And thank you all for watching. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye.